We are moving into a new dimension. We're moving into a new way of life. How will you choose to show up in this new world? Tonight, I want to wake you up. Tonight, I want to make you feel good. Tonight, I want to help you heal. Tonight, I want to inspire you. Tonight, I want to make you move. Tonight, I want to raise your vibration. I want you to take in a deep breath, begin to move your body, and get yourself ready to experience a sacred awakening. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Hey there, everybody. Welcome, welcome to our Sacred Awakening. We are on day 6 tonight. Somebody say day 6. Day 6. Day 6. Day 6. So excited. So excited about tonight, everybody. I'm Chanel Cooper Sykes, and we are already in flow. By now, your whole body should be open right now. So I need you to just sway with me right now at home. Sway with me and tell yourself, say, I'm feeling myself. Say, I'm feeling myself. Yes. You feel it, feel yourself. I actually want you to go ahead and feel yourself. Feel yourself. Yes. So excited as you get yourself logged in here and get yourself comfortable and feeling good here tonight. First of all, I gotta tell you something. Tonight is not the night for you to be all uptight and tense, okay? So I need you to go ahead and get yourself nice and loose right now and let me know who you are and where you are watching us from. We welcome you all over the world here in our sacred space in Los Angeles. So we send you love. Send you love. Send you love. So excited about tonight. We are going to feel good tonight. Say that. Say, good. I'm gonna feel good tonight. I'm gonna feel real good tonight. Tonight, we are focused on our sacral chakra. Say that. It's my sacral chakra. Yes, your sacral chakra. This is one of the most powerful and beautiful parts of your energetic body, because your sacral chakra is where you get to experience all of your pleasure, all of your abundance, all of your bliss, all of your joy, and all of your happiness. So I'm so excited to open up that space here with you tonight. I just gotta feel it. I just gotta feel it. Are you feeling yourself by now? You should be. By now your crown should be open. Your third eye should be seeing into your future, seeing your good, seeing into that supernatural. Your throat chakra should be nice and open, saying who you are, speaking your truth. Your heart chakra, open and ready to experience love, ready to experience wealth, ready to experience your prosperity. And of course our solar plexus, just give it a little bounce. Hey, bounce. Little bounce, yes. This area that walks you and shows you what it is that you are here to do in this world. Oh, and that pushes us right on down to the good part. See, this is where life starts to get real good in this area. I want you to just touch this area real quick and say, this is where life starts to get real good. Yes. Now, yesterday we talked about our solar plexus being the area in our energetic body that holds our intuition, it holds our ability to make decisions, to know if we should go right or if we should go left, if we should do things this way, or what we're feeling in our inner gut is the way to do it, right? Now, this area here is for your decisions. But when we move down into our sacral area, this is where we get to feel attraction. We not only get to make decisions, but those decisions are decisions that lead us to the things that we are attracted to. And the attraction that we have and experience feels kind of euphoric. I want you to say euphoric. It feels euphoric, yes. That euphoria that can live in your sacral, that is your sexual energy. And I want to talk about sexual energy a little bit tonight in a way that we rarely get an opportunity to hear it from. A lot of times when we talk about our sexual energy, or we see things around sex is kind of, it's a little raunchy. You know what I'm saying? Now let me not be wrong now. And there's nothing wrong with being a little raunchy every now and then, okay? But in order for you to be able to experience that type of sexual freedom and for it not to be distorted or perverse or shameful or be a part of your life that inflicts a lot of guilt, you have to first understand that your sexual energy and your sexual desire is really streaming from the same place that your spiritual energy and your spiritual desire lives. I want you to understand that sex is creation, the same way that prayer is, right? We are all using this euphoric frequency of love to manifest and to create. And so that lives right here in your sacral. So let's get into some of this good work tonight around this sacral area now. You know the drill. Taking a couple of deep breaths. And I want you to get your hands together. Let's start wiggling your hands, moving your hands. Begin to rub your hands together. And tonight, this time, I want you to rub your hands together, not in a friction kind of way, right? I want you to just be real soft with yourself. I want you to be really gentle with yourself and just feel your own sensual energy. And let that energy begin to run through your hands, run through your palms. And I want you to place your hands right here on the bottom part of your stomach. So your sacral area lives right underneath your belly button, maybe about 6 inches down underneath your belly button. For us women, this is the area where our womb is. This is the area where your bladder is. And this is the area where all of your sexual energy sits. Now, you notice movement right here now. I need you to go ahead and move your seat a little bit. Yes. For men, your sacral is right above those good old man parts of yours. That's that part right underneath your stomach, where you got the little cut in your abs, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's where the cut's supposed to be. But you can just place your hands right there. And I want you to just feel that and begin to rub that area. And let's open up this sacral. Now, you continue to go ahead and rub and create that energy around your sacral area. Your sacral area is where the things that create attraction in you, meaning the things that you are led to, the things that you are drawn to, meaning you may see a person who's physically attractive, or you may be attracted to a certain career. You may be attracted to music, attracted to food. But it's that draw that pulls you towards something that comes from this sacral area. And here's what is important to know, is that when your sacral area is closed and it's locked up, what winds up happening is you find yourself being attracted to destructive things and attracted to destructive and toxic people. When I talk to some of my students and some of my coaching clients, and they come to me and talk about their desires and goals in a relationship, a lot of times there's a lot of trauma that sits in the way from what a person actually desires and what they actually want from the space that they're in. Because the sacral area, what it does is it begins to collect the sexual situations. It begins to collect the situations of where you were once attracted to something that maybe brought you some pain or that brought you some confusion in your life. And it sort of just lives here in this sacral. And what happens is over time, as this area is unattended to, you wind up getting stiff. You wind up being distant. You wind up being very unimpressed by anything or anybody, meaning your ability to attract, it's shut off. Have you ever felt that, where you're just looking around and you're saying, there's nothing or anyone in particular that I actually like or want to draw to me? All that is an indication of this area right here being locked up. When your sacral area is open and your sacral area is healed, that is when that energy begins to emit out of you. And you can begin to align with people and things and attract people and things and situations to you that bring you pleasure and joy instead of bringing you pain and dissatisfaction. So if you ever wonder in your life, why do I keep attracting the same kind of man? Why do I keep attracting the same kind of woman? Why do I keep having the same type of sexual encounters? Or why do I continuously have no sexual encounters or even a desire or even guilt around it at all? All of those answers lie in what is sitting in your sacral. And so tonight, let's begin to kind of open this area up. I want you to just kind of start moving and swaying, rubbing your hands. I want you to tell yourself you are safe. You are secure. Say, it is safe to be sexual. It is safe to be sensual. It's safe to be spiritual. It's safe to be me. I want you to say, I need my sexual energy. I need it to thrive. See, sexual energy is what gives you that juice. It's what gives you that passion in life. And even if that sexual energy isn't coming from another person, you can still create it and cultivate it for yourself. I want you to begin to move your hips in a circle wherever you're sitting and just push your seat bones down. Start to move yourself in a circle. I want you to choose right now in this moment who you desire to be attracted to. Even if you already have a lover or a husband or a wife or whoever in your life, I want you to think about, what am I attracted to? Give yourself permission to feel good about what you're looking at and what you're experiencing again. Now I want you to begin to take in a couple of deep breaths, and we're going to take in what I like to call fire breaths. And fire breaths are when you just squeeze and breathe out. So you're just gonna squeeze your muscles and breathe out. It looks a little something like this. All right, we're gonna do that again. We're gonna take in a couple of fire breaths, taking in a deep breath, and squeeze. Again, deep breath. And this time on your exhales, I want you to imagine you're pushing out any blockage, any fear, any uncertainty, any shame, any guilt that you have sitting in your sacral. Just push it out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let it go, let it go. Be still. Let that energy just flow through your body right now. Let that space open up right now. Now this sacral area I like to consider the same sacred space that I have in my actual home, right? To me, my sacral is my home. That's my seat, right? And so in my sacred area that I have in my home is my place where I sit and I actually talk to God. It's where I cultivate my spiritual energy. It's where I have all of my conversations with God and make my requests and say my gratitude, and I have my time of creation. Well, for your sacral area, I like to talk to that thing too. You know, this is your internal sacred space, right? And so the same way you talk to God, you have to talk to yourself. You have to tell yourself that you are safe. You have to tell yourself that you are desirable. You have to tell yourself that you are attractive. And you have to tell yourself, most importantly, that it is okay to experience divine pleasure. See, a lot of us have been taught that this area right here, it's something that we're supposed to ignore, that we're supposed to push away. It's something that's wrong or dirty or raunchy, and we have to wait until we're at a certain stage in life to be able to experience bliss. But see, sexual energy doesn't always mean actual physical sex. Sexual energy is creative energy. This set that we're on, it was created with sexual energy. This sacred awakening, it was created with sexual energy, right? And when you're in your zone and in your genius, that genius flows through your sexual energy. So you have to give yourself permission to actually feel that every single day. The same way your heart beats, so does your sacral need to beat. So let's talk to the sacral a little bit. Let's just talk to it. Just talk to it. Tell yourself, I feel good. 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 I feel pleasure. I feel pleasure. I feel creative. I feel creative. Now what happens when you start to talk to yourself? You know, yourself starts talking back, right? And you start to feel something inside of you start to move, right? And this is the state that you want to be in, because you see, it's what it is that you say to yourself that you're then able to say to another person, you know? And for a lot of us, we've never actually had a real sacral conversation with anybody, you know? You're able to just talk to somebody and tell them how you feel, expressing from this area. Sometimes we just want to hear another voice in the room, you know what I'm saying? I want to hear another voice in the room, Shantu. Talk to me. Hey. Oh, that feels so good. Doesn't it feel good to hear another voice? How you doing tonight, baby?
I'm doing good. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing amazing.
All right.
I'm doing amazing. How you feeling back there, Shantu?
I'm feeling real good, but I'm feeling you.
You feeling me?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Oh, you feel all this sacral energy?
It's a lot of sacred energy.
It feels so good to hear. Feels so good. You know, sometimes you gotta talk to the person that you love. Mm-hmm. You gotta talk to the person that you want. You gotta talk to the person that you're attracted to. You know what I'm saying? Shantu,
Talk to me.
you know, tonight, I wanna breathe a little bit tonight, Shantu.
Oh, you want to breathe?
I do, I wanna breathe and I wanna release.
Release.
I wanna release. Y'all wanna release at home? Type it below. You wanna release, chick?
Release.
You wanna release?
I want to release.
Let me tell you, I want to release my tension. I want to release my frustrations. I want to release my uptightness.
I got it.
You got something for me, Shantu? Shantu, can you make me feel good tonight? Make me feel good, Shantu. Make me feel good, Shantu. Yes. Make me feel good, Shantu. Yes, your sacral energy is also the place where your confidence comes from. Your sexual confidence, your sexual truth. To be able to actually have an energetic connection with somebody. And not just be moving in the physical, bumping and grinding and slapping and moving. You know that kind of sex. No. We're talking about the kind of sex that creates life. The kind of sex that creates worlds. The kind of sex that births new creations into this world. That is where we're moving to in this new dimension and our ability to connect with each other. And so first you have to be able to connect with yourself by knowing how to make yourself feel good. Feel good. Let's feel good tonight before we go. Feel good. Feel good. Tell yourself, I feel good. Yes. Feel it. I want to take you guys out to this beat because I want you to feel good over the next couple of moments. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Tell yourself, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Hey, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Feel yourself. Hug yourself and love yourself. We'll be back, guys, after this commercial break. Are you looking for a place where you can show up and be your divine, whole, feminine, powerful self? A sisterhood that's gonna lift you up and hold you accountable for your greatness and call you out on the moments where you may be lacking. Are you looking to be authentic, for your voice to be heard? Are you looking to be seen and acknowledged and be celebrated? Are you looking to grow and flourish and blossom to be bigger and better than you've ever been? Are you ready to hold yourself accountable for who you are called to be? Invest in yourself, and not only with money, but invest in yourself emotionally. Invest in your mind, invest in your body, invest in your future. Are you ready to actually be able to look yourself in the face every single day and know exactly who you are? Are you ready? Are you ready to lead, to show people what God actually looks like? Are you ready to show people what the results of the work look like? Are you ready to be the example? Are you ready to be the one? If so, I'd like to invite you into my sacred circle. Sacred circle. Sacred circle is, I like to call it like my baby. It's a really intimate, private group of women who I work with up close and personal. Every 7 days, there is what I like to call a sacred conversation, where the sacred community comes together. We're on a Zoom call and we can see each other, and we're in my sacred space or in some part of my home. And we just tap in and let the spirit flow. And it's almost like whatever someone was asking for, or a piece of information that someone may have needed, a prayer or something that they need, it just flows through the conversation, through another person, through their question, or it flows through me. And the energy just moves, you know. We may dance, we may meditate, we may have a business strategy, we may, focus on a particular amount of money that we're all collectively manifesting. It's a family. The kind of women I want to see sign up for Sacred Circle are women who have ascended to what I like to call the realm of goddessness. And that's a place where you're serving at a greater level. You're walking in leadership. You're not only making decisions for yourself and other people, you're creating environments for other people to thrive. You are holding space for other people to be able to tap into you. So the women that I want in this program are women who are full, women who are clear in what they're here to do, and who are able to show up in that fullness, meaning they're not coming to just seek something, they're coming to give something. The mission for Sacred Circle as a group is to create collective energy, vibrational momentum, community, camaraderie, sisterhood, accountability, fun, a place where you can be sexy and be free and be fluid and be open and be happy, be accepted. It's like home. Well, right now I think it's incredibly important in this time in particular, because our human connection has been disrupted, and disheveled, which in some ways can be a good thing because it has caused us to rethink and rearrange and choose different in how we value community. And so this time in Sacred Circle, I want to kind of build our own world, our own culture, our own sorority, if you will. But it's the home where you can tap into, where all of your resources are in a space where the source lives within us. You feel it? You feel it?
Can you feel it, baby?
Hey, you feel it? Are y'all feeling it at home? Are you feeling it at home? I need you to get on up and feel yourself. Feel yourself. Feel yourself. Feel yourself. Feel yourself. Hey, feel yourself. Feel your sacral. Feel yourself. Feel yourself healing. Feel yourself rising. Feel yourself becoming the goddess that you are. Yes. So good, everybody. Welcome back. Come on back in here. I'm so excited to have some good old sacral conversation with you. So you can go ahead and post your questions below. We're going to get into some good dialogue. But first, I want to just talk to you guys right now about the importance of this sacral area and doing the work to heal sexually. Each and every one of us in some sort of way, in some capacity, we've experienced some form of either sexual trauma, sexual neglect, sexual perversity, sexual ignorance, meaning it's just totally non-existent. And for some of us, we have had religious beliefs for a very long time that has completely covered up who we really are as human beings in this world. And I believe right now is the time so important that we explore our sexuality and our sensuality, and we get solid and rooted in who we are in that space. Because if you are not rooted in who you are, and if you are not healed in your sexual area, what you are going to do is attract more people, more circumstances that will bring back more pain to you. What you're going to wind up experiencing is what I like to call hidden sexuality, where you're in a closet, you're hiding things, you're pretending about things, you're shameful about things, you do things behind closed doors, but when you are out in public, you're someone else. And that way of living is a miserable feeling. We don't want to take that feeling and that frequency into this new dimension. We want to free ourselves so that we can be ourselves, no matter what it is that we desire, no matter who it is that we desire to be. However we choose to love, being proud in that, being true in that, being honest in that. But that honesty starts with self, and it starts with healing those things of the past and allowing yourself to fully experience the divine, sensual being that you are. Yes, so good. Let's get into some good questions tonight. Somebody hand me a glass of wine, little sister. Hand me a glass of wine. Yes, come on. Look at my gorgeous, I'm gonna call you my baby sister. You ain't no baby. Come here, girl. It's my baby. Everybody say hey to Ayana.
Hey, Ayana.
I love you, thank you.
We love you.
A question. How are single women supposed to do this work?
How are single women supposed to do this work? The same way that a married woman would do the work, or the same way anyone would. The work is just work. So sexual energy has nothing to do with another person, right? Your sensual energy has nothing to do with another person. And your sacral area right here has nothing to do with actually having a physical encounter with someone, nor is it even about you having a physical encounter with yourself. What it is it is opening up your channel, your creative ability. There's a flow of energy that happens when the sensual area is open. And for anyone who's saying, well, I don't have a partner, or I am celibate, or this is just, where I am in life right now, I'm alone right now, you can still create an environment where you have intimacy with yourself, right? The breakdown of intimacy is into me you see, into me, into yourself. And so having that quiet time, for me, every single day, I have a new ritual now. Okay, maybe I'll show you guys once we get inside of Sacred Circle, but I have a new ritual now where I literally free flow move my body for an hour straight. I just turn on music, light my candles, and I just move whichever way my body wants to take me. And over time, it starts out really slow, and I move it, and before I know it, honey, I'm on the floor, leg back, over my head. I'm twirling and rolling and moving and opening my body up, and there's no one in the room but myself. It's me, myself, and God. I have a threesome every night with me, myself, and God. I mean, sometimes I may invite someone else in there if I decide to, but what I'm saying is you have to always have that space and that time just for yourself. And sensual healing, a sacral healing doesn't always have to be sexual. You can literally just sit on the floor and put your hand and say over your womb and say you are healthy, you are open, you are flowing. It's not about sex. It's about your creative power, especially as a woman. You're here to birth life. And even if you don't birth physical life, meaning another child, birthing life is birthing things into creation, right? So, next question.
How do you start attracting the right people?
I'm gonna give this to you, thank you. How do I start attracting the right people? You be the right person? So, this stems to the basic law of attraction. like attracts like, meaning whoever you are in your state is the energetic output that you are putting out. That is the request that you are putting out in the world. That's the prayer that you're putting out in the world is how and who you are as you show up. And so if you're showing up as timid, as insecure, as maybe struggling your finances, whatever the way that you're showing up, that is the type of person that you are going to attract to you. And so you have to actually be who you desire to be with. Be who you desire to be with, and you will then align yourself with that.
What if you're with someone who doesn't bring the sex goddess out, but they are good to you?
Well, I'm gonna answer that question in 1 second. Somebody bring me this chair here. Thank you. I want to relax. You know, I really want to relax. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Can I relax? Can I relax, baby? Oh, help me relax.
Don't say that.
Okay. Ask that question one more time.
What if you're with someone who doesn't bring the sex goddess out, but they're good to you?
Well, there's two parts to that answer. What do you do if you're with someone who doesn't bring the sex goddess out, but they're good to you? First part is there should never be another person that has to bring the sex goddess out. Be who you are, right? Either, you know, operate in it or not. It isn't something that someone has to pull out of you, right? So that's first. The second part is if you are compromising in your desires because someone does something really good in one area or they're convenient in one area and you keep them around, but they're in the place of where another person can come in their fullness, you're doing two things. Number one, you're actually using that person. And number two, you are blocking your fullness from coming in. And so, you know, if you have relationships like that where someone is good in a certain area, it's super important to be authentic and say, these are the boundaries of our relationship. This is the extent of our relationship. And let's be super clear on that so that you don't create false expectations. This is how drama and things begin to occur when you're outputting a dishonest frequency. Meaning I'm making you think that I love you. I'm making you think that I want to be with you. I'm making you think that you are the one. But you're lacking this one thing that I really want, but I'm going to keep you around because you do this one little thing, right? Energetically, what you are attracting back to you is a terrible disaster, right? You're attracting back to you that same level of dishonesty and misuse. So you want to be very careful in how you handle people's hearts, especially in this new dimension, because things are coming back so fast.
As I'm beginning to learn about my sacred energy and what it does to me, should I speak about it to my significant other?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. Yes, you should speak about it with your significant other, but speak about it in the way of actually being it, right? There's a very big difference than going to your lover or whoever that person is and saying, oh my God, I just learned all about my sexual energy and I just healed everything from my past. And I remember my ex-boyfriend did this thing to me and I had to go back and I had to forgive him because I was holding on to that and I didn't know I was holding on to it and it was getting in the way of me and you, and I'm so excited to explore our sexual energy now. Like, I'm really excited. Let's grow together sexually. Oh my God. Turn off. No. See, there's some internal work that is private, that is personal. It's for you, right? So the way that you will want to say it is, I've been doing some work on myself, and I would really love to explore another level of sexuality and connection in our relationship. As a matter of fact, I just ran you a bath in the back. I just cooked us some dinner and lit some candles. Let's have a candlelight dinner. We've never done this before, right? So it is saying, hey, I've discovered a new level of myself, but it's actually being it. Actually step into it. Never express your transformation from the place that you were in before the transformation, right? If you're gonna transform and show up and say, listen, I'm ready for you, then honey, show up.
I'm ready for you.
Yes.
How do you allow yourself to be free around men, to dance, be playful, and feel who you are, and not be concerned with any judgment?
My sacral is open. So what happens is when your sexual energy, when you're secure in your sexual energy and you're secure in your sexuality, you have a freedom that doesn't cross lines or boundaries. It doesn't create a false perception of who you are, right? And so even if you are doing something, you look silly, there's still an acceptance to it because you've accepted yourself. So what happens is when you haven't accepted yourself and you haven't gotten to a solid place in who you are, doing this in front of people may make you feel a little weird, like, oh my God, people are looking at me. But if I accept myself, hey, right? Even if I look silly to someone, right? My self-acceptance will transfer. And so self is always first. Everything always starts with self. I want to actually add something to that too. Let me find it. I think right now, our masculine and feminine energy, it has been very distorted over the last several years. And as a result, we have a lot of men who have not received the level of feminine energy that is required for them to really thrive in their masculinity and to thrive in this world, and vice versa. We have a lot of women who have been completely deprived from masculine energy in a way where it is supportive, in a way where it fuels, in a way where it fortifies. We have honestly really broken each other in our masculine and feminines and energies, and I think that right now it is up to the feminine, it is up to the woman to initiate the healing. And I know a lot of women go, wait a minute, what do you mean? After all that somebody has done to me? Yes, Goddess, you are the creator of life. And so if we want to create a new life in our connections, in our relationships, in our love, it is the woman, the womb. It is the womb that has to birth that. And so I believe that we have an obligation as women to really get in tune and tapped into who we are, because our men need that right now. They need that energy right now. And so my ability to move and to dance in front of people isn't just because I'm solid in it or confident in it. It's also because I have an overflow of feminine energy. I am running over in feminine energy, and I give it to everyone around me, male or female, because feminine energy doesn't necessarily mean sexual energy. It means fluid, it means love, it means creation, right? And so I think that it's necessary for us to do this work and show men a different way of love and experiencing what a woman and who a woman really is. I'm gonna get into that a little deeper as we get into these teachings. Yes.
I made a shift in choosing what I desire in a partner. My question is, how can I develop and trust in myself to choose correctly? So pretty much she's shifting what she's chosen now, but she's doubting herself, like, if that was the truth. Like, this is the new path.
I'm gonna close my eyes, read the question for me one more time.
Okay. I made a shift to choose what I desire in a partner. My question is, how can I develop my trust in myself to choose correctly?
Well, your trust in yourself comes from becoming the person that you desire, right? So, it's almost as if our beliefs that we had in the previous paradigm have sort of disappeared. They've dissipated. And we've all been in this kind of gray space where we have to now redefine who we are and redefine what it is that we actually want. And so the trust that we have to have in that is trusting the desire, right? If your desire has actually changed and it's a real desire from you and not an outer belief that you've placed in yourself, then you've got to trust that, right? And model that and mirror that in who you are. And the more and more you see yourself in it, the more and more you practice being it, the more and more you begin to trust yourself. And then the more and more you'll begin to attract those types of people to you. This new wave right now of self-trust All it is one day at a time. It's one day at a time, showing up as the person that you are desiring to be. One day at a time, until you begin to believe it and until you begin to walk in it. And so trust your desire that you have and keep going. One more.
Last question. How do you get rid of being body shy? Like body shape kind of yourself in the bedroom?
How do you get rid of body shame in the bedroom? Girl, turn the lights on, turn the camera on, open the blinds, turn some music on, and let it free. Let it free. Let it free, let it free, let it free. I'm being funny, but that is how you begin. You actually say, don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Sing to it, Shantu.
Don't be shy.
Sing to it.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Yes. Don't be scared. No, the best way to do it is to get familiar looking at yourself. The reason why some people have a hard time sexually accepting themselves and physically accepting themselves is because they actually don't look at themselves in a high esteem when they are completely naked. Right? We rush in the shower, we jump out, we slap lotion on ourselves, we throw some clothes on, and we're constantly seeing ourselves in wardrobe, in garments, in costume, right? Clothes. And so we don't actually get to see our bare selves in a loving place. So you get a mirror and you stand in front of that thing. You take you a nice hot shower and you get in front of it and you turn some good Shantu music on, honey. Okay? And you just look at yourself and you turn around, and if there are parts that you see that you don't like, that's an indication that you've got to uproot that belief system and you've got to love on it. So let's say, for example, you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you just got a little extra right here and you're like, oh my God, this is not what I want to see. I hate this, I can't stand it. You take in a deep breath and you say, rub your hands together and you put your hands over yourself and say, I love this, I love me. I love my body. I love every part of me. And even if the self-hate comes up, you keep talking to it. You keep speaking to it. I love me. I love my body. Right? And you do that over and over and over again until your body begins to believe it. And what happens is when your body begins to believe it, your body now begins to desire things that will support it. Right? The reason why a lot of people overeat, overdrink, they don't take care of their bodies is because their bodies believe that they're fat, out of shape, unworthy, unhealthy. And so that belief, there's a supporting habit that shows up from that belief, right? So you want to switch that and tell yourself, I love myself. I love myself. And you eventually change the way that you care for yourself. Love it. Good questions. Good questions. So good, everybody. Thank you guys so much for sharing this sacred, beautiful time with us tonight. We're going to just vibe a little bit. I want you to just keep feeling yourself. Your creative energy is necessary, everybody, for us to create a new world for ourselves and for the world. This is self-love time. This is self-love time. Be good to yourself. Yes. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I want you to take this out tonight. If you have a lover, if you have someone in your home that you sleep with at night, tonight I want you to have an amazing night with them. Love on them, kiss them, touch them, give them a massage, look them in their eye, tell them how beautiful and amazing that they are. If you are by yourself, look yourself in the eye, tell yourself how beautiful and amazing and worthy you are. Love on yourself tonight. If you have children, go and hug your kids, love on your babies, kiss them and tell them how amazing they are. Create something with your children. Paint, draw, create, pull out that energy and be all that God has designed you to be, which is a sacred, sensual, spiritual human being. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow. Sing us to it. Sing to it, Shanti. Oh.